Cunadasukarika, a cold-blooded pig butcher. He had suffered terribly 7 days before his death, and his rebirth took place in the Hell Realm of Aveci. Junda was a man living in the city of Rajagar who earned his livelihood by raising and butchering pigs. Therefore, he was called Cunadasukarika, which meant Junda the pig butcher. He conducted his business by selling unhusked rice in the countryside and encouraging the pig farmers to barter their piglets for the unhusked rice. His bartering rate was 1 to 2 litres of rice for 1 piglet. Having had thus bartered all of his rice, he filled his empty wagon with the bartered piglets, which were to be raised by him until it was time for them to be butchered. He butchered each pig by first tying it up and beating it soundly with a hammer. He then used a piece of wood to gag the pig while he poured hot boiling water into its mouth for the purpose of flushing out digested food and feces from its intestines. He would continue with this process until the water came out clear from its anus. Some pigs died during the process, others did not. Next, he scalded the pig's body with hot water and removed its hair by torching it with burning hay. Afterward, he used a sharp knife to slit the pig's throat and catch its blood with a bowl. The dead pig was then eviscerated and processed for the family's consumption and for sale. He had been butchering pigs this way for a total of 45 years. He had never visited the Welluwan temple, nor had he ever made an offering of a ladle of rice to the Buddhist monks. He could not be bothered to accumulate punya in all his life. One day, he suddenly felt as if his body had been on fire. It was as though he had already descended to the Hell Realm of Aveci. An image of the hellfire of Aveci appeared to him. The heat in his body became so intense that he wailed loudly like a pig when being beaten and fed hot boiling water. All he could do was to wail loudly while crawling all over the house. The loud noise he was making caused his family to confine him to one room. Still, his loud cry, which made sleep not possible, could be heard by the neighbours. When some Buddhist monks went on alms round in the neighbourhood, they could hear his loud cry, but thought that it came from a poor pig being butchered on that day. On the 8th day, the Buddhist monks no longer heard the loud cry. Upon returning to the Welluwan temple, they told Sama Sambuddha that Junda had been butchering pigs for the past 7 days. But on that day, he had to be taking a day off because they could not hear the loud cry of a pig. They wondered if Junda had not a shred of kindness or compassion in his heart. Sama Sambuddha told the Buddhist monks that Junda would not be butchering pigs again. And the loud cry they had been hearing for the past 7 days did not come from any pigs, but from Junda himself. On that 8th day, he had died and been reborn in the Hell Realm of Aveci. The Buddhist monks remarked that having suffered tremendously during his last days on earth, he had to undergo more suffering in the hereafter. Sama Sambuddha told them that was the case for those who had lived life recklessly.